Father James Mallaseri CMI, Sree Sujoy Biswas, ASISC National President, Dr. G. Inaugural CISCE Chairman, Mr. Jerry Eratho, CEO, Mr. Ved Nayakam, CISCE Vice President, Father Joseph Sree, ASISC Secretary. Ladies and gentlemen, and since most of those present here are the principals of the ASISC colleges, for my respectful pranams to everybody who have come to attend this conference. It's a great honor for me to inaugurate the 65th National Conference of Principals of Association of Schools for Indian School Certificate. I am informed that around 2,000 principals from all over India and the officials of the Council for Indian School Certificate Examination are attending this conference. To those delegates from outside the state, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to Kerala, God's own country, and wish them a very happy and comfortable stay. This association has earned a great reputation for its efforts at the national level to empower the younger generation by creating exciting learning opportunities with a commitment to achieve excellence through well-managed institutions. In fact, you appear to be fully aware that life affords no greater opportunity, no greater privilege than the raising of the next generation. I understand that it was the first All India Certificate Examinations Conference held in 1952, chaired by Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, the first education minister of free India, which considered the replacement of the overseas Cambridge School Certificate Examination and set the stage for the formation for the Council for Indian School Certificate Examinations. Today, your association, ASISC, has a strength of over 2,200 schools all over India and abroad. It is commendable that this national association fulfills its role of guiding its members regarding the policies related to education and fostering a common policy and implementation strategy. I am happy that Kerala has been very receptive to the educational pattern of the Council for the Indian School Certificate Examinations, and we do have many excellent institutions following this stream with very good outcome. Therefore, the choice of Kerala as the venue for this national conference is eminently suitable. I am told that the theme for this conference is revitalizing school education. Quite significantly, this conference is being held at a time when India has started implementing the new national education policy, which proposed various qualitative reforms in school and higher education. The national education policy seeks to provide pathways for the future while preserving the honored Indian values like compassion, morality, truth, and good conduct. These reforms have been brought in to revitalize education by ensuring universal access at all levels of schooling, a new curricular and pedagogical structure, and the promotion of multilingualism in education by making the mother tongue or local language the medium of instruction until at least grade 5. Today there is greater emphasis on skill-based education, on building life skills like creativity, critical thinking, emotional resilience to encourage logical decision making and innovation right from childhood. Educators sitting here would certainly agree that life skills such as communication, cooperation, teamwork, and resilience need to be given more importance in the days ahead, because it is these skills that define not only the employability but all the future prospect of our youth. The effect of such revitalization has begun to be visible in the school education in Kerala, which has now got the top position in the performance grading index for states and union territories recently released by Union Ministry of Education. I am sure that the dedicated efforts of ASISC have contributed greatly to the achievement of such laurels, not just in Kerala, but in other states also. Traditionally, Kerala had received encouragement to education from religious, cultural, and social reformers, especially during last 2 centuries. Reformers like Sree Guru, religious figures like Saint Chavra Achan, the Christian missionaries, and many community organizations promoted education as the path towards human progress and development. All these efforts have gone to make Kerala a leader in school education in the present day, with thousands of smart classrooms and modern communication technology. I understand that the schools under the Council for the Indian School Certificate Examination, which come mostly under private management, have been making all efforts to ensure bridging of digital divide, use of effective teaching methods, and posting of qualified trained teachers. Here, I am reminded of a remark of an educationist who said, "A teacher who attempts to teach without inspiring the people, the students, with a desire to learn, is handling on a cold island." Our new education policy, which has taken all these into consideration, has emphasized the worth of time-tested Indian values about which many enlightened souls kept on reminding and inspiring us. Indian civilization and culture has always celebrated the value, significance and importance of education. Nahi jnaneen sadrisham pavitra miha vidyate. There is nothing as purifying as the pursuit of knowledge. To Swami Vivekananda, real education meant not merely the teaching of subjects, but the cultivation of total responsibility in a student. Education should kindle in each student the spark of excellence, which should be nurtured for the good of humanity. This duty can be performed effectively by ensuring the quality of both learning and teaching. The first and foremost important thing in today's world is the ability to learn how to learn, to constantly absorb and teach ourselves new ways of doing old things or new ways of doing new things. We know that education is the key to unlock the golden door of freedom, which molds the character of young people, enhances their self-esteem and helps in cultivating values like empathy and compassion. This, I feel, is very important because, again, our tradition says that even if you are very learned, but you do not have a sense of values, then you are running the risk of degenerating yourself into a demon. Saksharo vipri tatve rakshaso bhavati dhurva. Education is merely an instrument to empower an individual. How this power is to be used is dictated, is guided, is controlled by the sense of value. Therefore, I am very confident that a system of education like yours must be giving due attention to cultivate these qualities in your students. Dr. Radhakrishnan, our former president, had observed that character is that on which the destiny of a nation is built. One cannot have a great nation with men of small character. If we want to build a great nation, we must try to train a large number of young men and women who have these qualities of character. Our ancient tradition talks about the kind of devotion that is expected of students and about the process of learning. This devotion equally applies to those who teach, because teachers, in order to be effective teachers, must be students forever. Every child of India, and we all are her children, has a rich, very rich cultural heritage. Our obligation is to understand, appreciate, and develop capabilities to enhance this cultural heritage. To feel proud of it is not enough, but we need to recapture the creative mind behind it and to enrich and expand it in all directions. We have a duty to make the present and future greater than the past. This is the only way of showing respect to the great builders of this culture. The duty to excel the past is highlighted in our culture and finds expression in a beautiful line, and it is not only expression of how to exceed, but it's a great tribute to the teachers as well. It says, Sarvatram Jayet Ichet, Putrat Shishyat Ichet Parajayam, which means that any human being wants to be victorious in every field, but the parents and the teachers, they always want, man seeks victory from all quarters, but from your children and your students, the parents and teachers always wish that they go much ahead of them. A beautiful idea. We are obliged to tell our next generation, we have done well, you must do better. This is the key to make a culture to be creative and attain new heights of growth. Culture is a living thing, and the law of nature is that all living things either grow or decay. They do not remain stagnant. Good education of our young alone can promote fidelity to the ideal and sensitivity to the actual, and the interaction of these two can secure growth of both the individual and the society and the nation. I hope the discussions in this conference would shine light on the need to make our education system more capable to transform an individual into a different being from what she was before receiving her education. Tad Dittiye Janma. Education means to be born again, to cultivate moral and ethical values, to acquire knowledge. As Dr. Radhakrishnan has said, the end product of education must be a free, creative individual who can battle against historical circumstances and adversities of nature. I give you my best wishes, and I am confident that the deliberations of this conference will help the government, the policy makers also in choosing the right course of action. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.